I turned my childhood dream into a reality. This video isn't meant to be deep, but it's to show you my mindset going to something that I wanted more than anything in my life at the time. I encourage you to think about your dreams as you watch this video. Take inspiration from my mindset or learn from my mistakes. Persistence, proactiveness, and a whole lot of doubt are three themes that are going to play out through this video, and I believe they apply to anybody who's chasing success. Maybe not the doubt part. When I watch or talk to successful people, they never say they doubted themselves. Instead, they say, I knew I was gonna do it, I knew I was gonna make it. I don't think that's completely true. Look at Conor McGregor. There's nobody who watches him who thinks, yeah, this guy might doubt himself. I think what actually happens though is that he does have that little bit of doubt, and he is constantly training, constantly proving to himself that he is that guy. He is the greatest MMA fighter. I still haven't told you my dream, and it was to be a doctor. I remember thinking about that very consciously in second grade. I already had that tunnel vision, and it's here where we encounter the first theme of doubt. The teacher handed out these multiplication tables, and I don't even remember what the competition was. I just remember losing to this one guy and thinking, man, screw the prize. If I can't beat these guys now, how can I ever beat them? And if I'm not the best, how can I be a doctor? Then sixth grade came, we took a placement exam for an advanced math class, and I got placed into the standard class. So as a kid with so much to prove, I was flooded with doubt. I couldn't multiply as fast as my peers. I wasn't smart enough to get into the smart classes. So again, how could I be a doctor? Those were my thoughts as a kid. I didn't know you didn't have to be the best, you just had to be really good. After all, the worst NBA players are still NBA players. I wouldn't tell my past kid self this though. I would want past Mustafa to strive to be the best, shoot for the moon, and land among the stars. This brings us to theme 2 of persistence. I took the ACT 10 times, and after each failure of not getting a satisfying score, my answer was to put in more hours, grind harder. I did everything possible to try and fight that doubt in my brain. After several attempts of never conceding, never stopping, I finally got a decent score, the same score that smart people had. So was I smart? I definitely didn't believe so at the time. And looking back is because I didn't have enough under my resume. One achievement or even a couple doesn't define who you are. I had a lot more to prove to myself before I could feel that confidence. Now I want to make a little note. I kind of glorified hard work. Although it's important, many times it can be replaced by smart work, and you can achieve the same result much more efficiently. Taking the ACT 10 times is a little ridiculous. If you've ever put in an unjustified amount of time and effort into something, take a moment to reflect. Was this the best thing that you could have done? For me, absolutely not. I always thought the answer to my problems was to grind harder, put in more hours, but what ends up happening is I do the same ineffective thing more. For me, it produced results, so I thought I was doing the right thing, but looking back, it's like driving a car with square wheels. At some point, what I should have done is taken a step back, look at what I was doing wrong, what subjects I was struggling with, and tackle them head on, making deliberate actions to fix my score. Don't be like me, hard work is not always the answer, and it can usually be replaced by smart work. And this is a perfect place for theme 3 of proactivity. I knew exactly where the finish line was, I just didn't know how to get there. But any destination that's worth its weight in gold isn't gonna have a path laid out for you. You have to find it. That was my immediate problem, and I figured it out. I researched online, I asked friends, I was proactive. Once I found the path, all I had to do was find the opportunities, and there were so many obstacles ahead of me, I was gonna beat them all because I was getting into medical school. Shadowing was very difficult to get. It was during COVID, so all the programs shut down. Many doctors were unwilling to take on students for obvious reasons, but that didn't stop me because I knew there were people getting in their hours. So I went to the offices and spoke to the doctors in person, let them know my situation, and of course, I got a position. The rest of my experiences or story follow a very similar foundation. In the end, proactivity found me all my opportunities, and through persistence, I checked them off one by one. That's exactly how a dream can turn into reality. And most importantly, through the journey, that's how your doubt turns into confidence. I hope my story got you to think about your goal, and I really hope you adopt a similar mindset. Chase whatever it is you want like it's life or death. I absolutely understand it might be a little bit extreme. If you enjoyed this video, share it with somebody. Maybe they need to hear something like this. Click that little button down there, copy the link, and send it to them. My next video, I'm meeting the mayor. Instead of giving into that doubt, you just say, absolutely, I can do it. Look at all the examples where I have done it and I have proved you wrong. I'm saying that if you want something so bad, it should be running in your head day and night. And that's how it was for me. I wanted it so bad that I got it. And now I have...